Hey, welcome to another Retro Rocha with me, comedian Jerry Rocha. I was the name picked out of the lottery Rochas to get to host this show, and here I am. Today, I want to talk about the Super Nintendo fighter, Weaponlord. This is an obscure game. This game is as obscure as the Beatles are famous. This game is as obscure as making some phrase in Klingon your safe word. All right, when I say, that means nothing out of that end. I just discovered this game. I fell in love with it. It's got a cult following too, and I get why, but I'm also never going to be a snobby douche about it. I'm not saying the Weaponlord cult people are snobby douches, but most people that are really into shit can be snobby douches about it. I would never go up to some 20-year-old in a Bob Seger t-shirt and be like, well, why don't you just tell me the lyrics to Night Moves without using Google since you love Bob so much? I think one of the main reasons I'd never heard of this game is that my local Blockbuster never had a copy for rental, or if they did, it was one of those games where the cartridge and half the booklet was just covered in spooge, and no way mom was gonna rent me that. Somebody better start getting straight A's if they want me to rent them a spooge-covered game. Now, it may have not been some sexual psycho who spooged all over it. Maybe it was someone who was so put off by the game's difficulty that they were like, I can't play this game, nobody can. I'm not bummed that I missed out on this game because it's great. I'm bummed that I missed out on it because I could have used the 20 plus years of practice. This game is hard, and I suck at fighting games, so that's not the best combination. That's like when my cousin, knowing I'm an atheist, asked me to be the godfather to her kid. What am I gonna tell the guy? I don't believe in any of this shit. And you know what? You didn't like it. I was there, man. Of course you were crying. They stuck you in half a prom dress while some child molester tried to drown you. The only thing I'm really good at when it comes to fighting games is padding the stats of whoever I'm playing. My opening move in every fighting game is just the flying jump kick. Every match, that's how I start it. There it is. I'm 3/4 less complicated than the Tecmo Bowl playbook. If you're about to play me in a fighting game, no need to hire Belichick to videotape me so you can get an edge. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to open with the flying jump kick. This gets me wrecked all the time, but when I'm playing, I can't separate the reality of what's going to happen in the game from my own thoughts. And my own thoughts are, dude, if you could pull off the flying jump kick, how do you not open every fight with that? There's some dude at a bar. Look, man, I wasn't trying to say nothing. The flying jump kick has so many uses in our society. I think that's the best way to open any fight, any dispute over a parking violation, meeting your significant other's family for the first time. Weaponlord does let you choose the difficulty setting, but that didn't really help. Here we go. We're gonna go with the hardest. Let's go big. Let's start with the hardest one and bullshit. All right, we're gonna go the next hard. That's fine. Next one down. Let's do this. Okay. Dude! All right, we're gonna go to the next one now. We're gonna see how we do here. Oh, come on! All right, easiest setting. Eventually, I just had to hack into the game and create a please hammer, don't hurt him difficulty level to get me past the first few matches. The story is pretty interesting too, and I know fighting games don't really need much in the way of story, but it would have been great if Mortal Kombat 3 had one cutscene where Sindel and Shao Kahn were fighting. It wasn't a miscarriage. It was an abortion. An abortion, Shao. I wouldn't bring another one of your sons into this world. And then you just cut to Scorpion kind of awkwardly looking down. Get over here. Anyway, in Weaponlord, a demon lord, maybe the demon lord, is told of a prophecy where a child born on this day, 20 years in the future, will become the Weapon Lord and destroy him. Now, instead of just killing all the firstborn kids, like any demon lord would do, I bet even a demon mailroom guy would do that move. Telling me in 20 years some kid born today is gonna rise up and take this job and kill me? Nah, we're getting rid of all of them right now. But Zarak, the demon lord, was like, no, give him 20 years. Let him train. Let's see what they got. And when we do fight, I'm gonna call up my even bigger demon lord cousin, and we're gonna fight in his bathtub of skulls while he's taking a bath and watching. What else could that be? Sparing all the firstborn who may one day rise up and kill him is a very honorable move for a demon lord, but not the best head coaching decision. All right, coach, 4th and 13, we're backed up on our own 22. We're gonna have to punt it, ain't we? No, quarterback sneak, right up the middle. He could have at least called me to go train him like shit on purpose. Here's what you do. Flying jump kick every time you open with that. Lesson over. Go get him. And who's having kids in this shithole? What are the odds that you would find 12 couples, because they're 6 fighters, who would hang around in this place of rot and decay and be like, man, this has got me in the mood to bone. And let's say they bone, and after they bone, what are the odds that all 12 couples are going to be like, we're keeping it? The fighters are Kor, Devada, Bane, Talazia, Zorn, and Gentai. And the designers did a fantastic job of making them look like their names. I mean, Core looks 100% what anyone would think a guy named Core would look like. You know, one day I hope to have 6 children just so I can name them after, you guessed it, the Beatrix Potter bunnies. But Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, Flopsy 2, Mopsy 2, and Cottontail 2 will all embody the spirit of the Weaponlord fighters. I think all the fighters look badass too, and I'm not the best judge of that because I would wear a velour tracksuit every day if my girlfriend wouldn't set it on fire while I was wearing it. But still, I think they look pretty badass. I chose Gentai because her name is the perfect blend of fantasy bullshit and just normal. I bet she was the last character created, and the designers are like, all right, how about we name this one Tide and the Nizoligria? And the other dude's like, maybe Jennifer? How about Jennifer? All right, we're gonna meet in the middle. Gentai. Who wouldn't want to pick her? She's this badass barbarian chick. Look at that battle cry she has.
Anura!
Gentai wins.
Anura! How great is that? If I'm ever able to dunk a basketball, I'm yelling that shit right when I dunk it. Right as I know, oh, I'm gonna do it. Anura! I'm gonna yell that if I successfully put a letter in the mailbox at the post office. Ah! I didn't even know there were any kind of fatalities in this game, but look at that! She just chops this motherfucker's head right off! Oh man, how great would that be if Kirby could do that in Smash Brothers, right? Kirby just lops a dude's head off, then he takes a shit on the severed head, and then he takes his opponent's blood, and then he mixes it with his own blood at the altar of the fallen lords, and that's when the warriors... Check out Weaponlord, but 1000% try to find a copy that has the instruction booklet. At the very least, there are some guides online that can show you the movesets. And can we please give a major shout out to all those people back in the early days of the internet who just sat there, no video, just typed up guides on how to beat old video games? This was before all that Patreon shit too. They were doing it for the love of the game. They were the Atticus Finches of gaming. But I'm sure they feel a little sour now as they look at all these dipshit rich kids who have their parents hire some guy to teach them Fortnite. They must look at that like those Mayan soccer players who all got sacrificed after the games look at modern sports contracts. Well, they're giving them how much? And they're not cutting anybody's head off either? Thank you for watching another Retro Rocha with me, comedian Jerry Rocha. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, click that little bell so you're notified every time a video comes out, spread the word, all that good shit. Is there a video game you want to see me talk about? Email me, rocha@retrorocha.com. And oh yeah, be safe and be cool. Oh, and another thing, learn to love. The homework ain't that bad. Ooh, maybe just a quick shot of Goro.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.